My name is Adeyinka Igbinoba, and I will be your facilitator stroke trainer today. I'm overwhelmed by the number of new sales intern because the thing is, the world, when it comes to business, survives on sales, right? Every business goal is to make profit, and that profit comes from sales. That profit comes from marketing, customers, and clients, right? And you will wonder why I said congratulations, especially to the new people. GTEx is one place where you can grow. For some of you that are here, you can attest to that fact that GTEx is a place that you can grow. I can ask Sholak Bade, I can ask IK as well. It's also important that I state this, and you might have known that if you cannot work under pressure, GTEx is not your place. Am I speaking your mind? But life itself is about pressure. Are we together? When I was coming here today, I was asking Sholak Badi that this road, how is it? There's traffic, the tankers, and everything. But every time, even at Apapa, everybody goes, oh, they leave their houses and they return, right? Nobody sleeps on the road. So life is about pressure. Without wasting your time, my goal here today is to explain to you, is to teach you how you can deliver 5-star customer experience. Because this is also a real estate, company, and is an industry where I am well grounded, I might deviate a bit from that topic, which is delivering a 5-star customer experience to core real estate. For some of you in sales, and for some of you in customer fulfillment, it's not easy to sell what you do not know. Do you agree? It's also not easy to sell what you don't believe in. Do you agree? So when you know something, the confidence with which you will use in advertising or marketing that thing will be different from those that do not have confidence in those things. So the very first thing is to have product knowledge, knowing what you sell, knowing what you want to market. Now, the beauty about real estate is this. While we were growing up, from our basic elementary schools, they say there are 3 basic needs of life. Who can tell me those 3 basic things? Shelter is under what? Under real estate. So it means you are providing a solution to a need. Are we together? The last time I was having this training, somebody told me, he said, oh, Mr. Denka, the people under the bridge, it means they don't have shelter. What is that bridge? That is real estate, right? Now, because it is a need, the way you would convince a customer that wants a solution to a need is not the same way you will convince a customer that wants a solution to a want. If I ask you now, your needs are not plenty, but your wants are plenty. Countless. If I ask you now that you should write a list for me, you start writing iPhone 34 Pro Max, you start writing this designer, that designer, but our needs are just basic, right? Now, when it comes to real estate, there are a few things we need to consider. But before we go into that, when it comes to the kind of services you render, I see people say customer fulfillment unit. I also see people say, oh, I want to be remembered for that person that is delivering a top-notch service to clients. Let me ask you, what is the difference between a customer and a client? A customer buys a product. A client engages in services. That was why I gave her 2/10. Customer is product-based, while client is service-based. Transactional. Client too is transaction. What's relationship? So you won't be in relationship with your customer, okay? So the truth is this: a customer is someone that buys a product from you. maybe for a short term. It doesn't mean that you can't build a long-term relationship with a customer. But the client, right, benefit from your services. So lawyers give services to their clients. Are we together? Engineers give services to their clients, right? But sellers sells products to their customers. But there's a baseline for the two. Everybody wants to be satisfied. A satisfied customer is a returning customer. So the question to all of you, who are you dealing with, customers or clients? Any other person? Absolutely, you are providing both. You are selling products, you are selling houses, you are selling lands, and you are also offering services. G&A, you are offering services. Are we together? So you are combining both. But at the end of the day, a client wants to be satisfied, a customer wants to be satisfied. Then it's important to note that a transaction, either with a client or with a customer, is not complete until it brings in another transaction. So it has to be a recurring thing. You now then need to ask yourself, all of you told me here today, you said you want to be remembered for someone that did this, that did that. How many customers do you want to relate with that customer will feel, because of this lady, because of this guy, I will come back to this company? Remember, GTEx is just brick and mortar. It has no life on its own. But who are the lives? You people. When a customer walks in here, they are not going to be talking to the walls or the TV or the chairs. They're going to be talking to human beings. So you guys are the soul and the life of GTEx. It is the services you render to your clients, to your customers, for them, that will make them come back. You now then need to ask yourself, what quality do you have as an individual to render a service to a client or to a customer that will make that customer refer you to another customer, right? Now, at the end of today's training, this is what I intend that you will walk away with: a clear definition of a 5-star customer experience in real estate, a map of the client journey from the first inquiry to after sales journey, practical skills to build trust and manage client expectations, techniques for handling objections and difficult conversations, a system for turning satisfied clients into a referral engine. Now, for some of us in the real estate industry, it will not be new that there are difficult clients, right? The last time Dr. Steven engaged my services with GTEx, you know what he told me? He said, Mr. Adeyinka, go and help me teach them how to handle difficult clients, because there will always be difficult clients. Do you believe in this phrase that customers are always right? Do you believe in that phrase? Is that phrase actually true, that customers are always right? No. So if it is no, do you want to then start challenging customers that no, you are wrong? Right? Now, from the business standpoint, customers are not always right. You get it right. That statement is, there's no truth in it. Some customers are wrong. But as a sales executive, as a customer care representative, it is better for you to win a client, to satisfy a client, than to win an argument. So all you need to do is have that phrase in your subconscious mind, that customers are always right while dealing with customers. Right? If you have that phrase at the back of your mind, you will be able to tolerate their excesses. Are we together? Now, why does customer experience matter in real estate? Number one, you also need to understand something. There's no monopoly of any business, right? You guys have competitors. So tell me 5 of your competitors, just 5 companies that are seriously competing with you. Just 5. Adron. Amen. Right? Now, so let me ask, why do you think these people are your competitor? Why do you think they are your competitors? They're selling same product. Any other person?
I think they are making way for better.
Let me change some orientation today. Because someone is selling the same thing you are selling alone doesn't make that person your competitor. There are several other things. And I'll give you an instance. If I am selling this crutch, right? And I am providing after sales service for this crutch, either crutches or whatever. If she is selling the same thing and she's not providing the same thing, she's no longer my competitor. So when I want to go and advertise or I want to go and market someone, that will be my selling point. That guy, me, I'm different from how when she sells this thing to you, it dies there. But when I sell to you, these are the things that comes with me. That is why I tell every salesperson that when you want to go and advertise or you want to go and market, you are not just going there to market yourself alone. You are going there to tell the person you are marketing the difference between you and the other person. Remember, we have said there's no monopoly of any business. So when you want to go and market IK, for example, as you are marketing IK, Isaac is also marketing IK. He is also marketing IK. How would IK now decide that this is who I want to buy from? IK must say something that you have that he does not have that will make him say, you know what, let me go with this guy. So, how do you sell these differences? You must understand the difference. And that's why, again, as sales executives, you must study your competitor. Study the values that your competitors are not offering. That will be your selling point as a marketer. That will be your selling point as a salesperson. That will make you outsell yourself to your prospective customers, telling them why and how you are different from your competitors. But when you don't know these things and you walk into the office of a prospective client and he asks you, why should I patronize you? You shouldn't be saying things that are generic. Patronize me because we sell land. Other people also sell land. Patronize me because we give you this. Other people also give us this. So you must understand and offer your own unique value proposition. And you must determine that from the earliest beginning. Right? Again, when it comes to customer experience and why it matters in real estate, number one, property is a high value and high trust purchase. Clients remember how they were made to feel. Real estate sales cycles are long, creating touch points where trust can be won or lost. Again, word of mouth and referrals drive a large share of a new real estate business. One poor experience can cost several future deals, referred and repeat business included. Let me ask all of you, when we say word of mouth, what do we mean? What do you understand by word of mouth? What's your name? What's your name? Daniel Ubina. Tell me.
When we say word of mouth, I think I understand it as recommendation.
As
Recommendation.
yes.
People referring to that this person's service is good or that is bad. It can also be good.
You know, I told you that if you score 0/10 before, it does not mean you will not score 7 or 8/10. My brother, 7/10. You guys prepare for him now. Any other person, word of mouth. Thank you. That's Rebecca, right? Oral communication about
the things you're selling, maybe products and services to customers.
5/10. Any other person? Femi.
More or less like testimonial. People giving a review.
Thank you very much. 8/10. Now, let me tell you the difference between word of mouth and the Lord. I'm not going to refer you to anybody. In fact, I will use my mouth to mouth you. So it goes both ways. So, as a salesperson or as a customer experience person, either of the two has reward. If you have done well in convincing or in satisfying a customer, that customer will talk to third party, either right or wrong. So which one are you? Do you want to be that staff that a customer will say, I like that company, but their staff are very terrible. I don't like the way they treated me. A lot of people do that, right? I like Stanbic IBTC a lot. They give me what I need, but my account officer is a terrible person. On the other way around, I really don't like Wema Bank, but my account officer is a fantastic lady. But guess what? There are companies that can marry the two. Good services, good staff. Right? That takes us to what customer loyalty is all about. What is a 5-star customer experience, right? Now, when it comes to customer experience, it's not one great moment, it's not a one-off thing. It's a consistent standard felt at every touch point, from the first phone call to years after client has moved on. So let me ask, when I say customer experience and customer support, what's the difference? Customer experience, customer support, what's the difference?
So customer experience is how you make the customer feel
Okay.
when you had the interaction. Then the support is the aftermath of after the sales has been done. You know, the customer calls and you're still there to provide information, provide help and all of that.
8/10. Any other person? You actually got it right. But let me ask you, as an individual or as a company, which one would you spend more on? Customer support or customer experience?
Support.
Anything you want to say, my brother, my sister, say with your full chest.
I'll take customer support.
Customer support, customer experience. Isaac, customer support. You want to spend on both. And that on both, you want to spend 50-50 on both. Don't be a politician. No, it's 100 we are sharing now. So if we are sharing 100, he wants to put 100 customer support, right? Fully. Any other person? Eh?
I'll go for experience.
Customer experience. How many percent for experience or experience fully?
No. I'll give them like 70% experience and 30%.
Any other person?
Yeah, I'll do customer support. I have my reason why.
Tell me.
Okay, because let me just use my own personal experience.
Yes.
I have 5-1 at home.
Okay.
So buying the 5-1 wasn't an issue. But after buying the 5-1, I'm always having issues with my network every time. And my family, my wife is always complaining that this network is not working. When I go, this issue has been coming up and on. So I'm a bit tired. So I'm okay. I don't want only that I'm not really giving me that customer after service support. I just need to go with Starlink. And I'm going to tell my friend people because I'm into electronics and sell stuff like this and everything. So I tell my customer once I sell TV, okay, I wanted to buy 5-1. But now I'm not telling you about 5-1. I'm not telling you about Starlink because the bad experience I have with 5-1, just
That because of your experience, you believe customer support. Any other person?
It can actually affect testimonial. So you said something about reaching out to people.
Yes.
The relationship. Because customer believe that okay.
You've used it and you have first-hand experience. Yes. Is there anyone here?
Me, I went to customer experience because don't you think if the customer doesn't have the first experience with you, they will come back to support you.
That's fantastic. 10/10. Customer support is reactional, while customer experience is proactive. Why do you want to wait for them to have problem before you can solve the problem? Why are you not proactive? Why are you not innovative to be able to say, across all these touch points, these are the problems that they can meet. Let us try to mitigate those problems. Right? But we live in a world where everybody just want to concentrate on customer support. Why do you want them to come back to keep complaining before you can solve their problem? That is why customer experience will be more than customer support. Customer experience will take precedence over customer support because guess what? Customer experience will let you have an entire journey map of all the touch points that the customer will experience before they have an interaction with you. And again, let me ask you, at what point do you think a customer interaction starts with you as a brand or as a company? When does that interaction start? When? Before a customer will say, okay, my journey has started with this company. At what point will that journey start?
It starts from the point they made that decision to want to buy from you, not buying from you, but made that decision. Maybe they place a phone call, drop their number for you to call them.
That's number two. That's the second level.
Apart from the point whereby you came across the product or your service you offer to them, like how they capture it and perceive it at that point in time.
It's the same thing. That stage is number two. What's the first stage?
I think it starts from the call, your first contact.
It's the same thing. That's number two. Who is number one? Who is going to tell me number one? That's like number four.
I think because the customer experience starts from the brand identity or just your name, the brand.
No, it's still the same level.
For me, I think it's brand visibility. How you position the brand. Yes.
That's still number two. That's still the second stage. What did you say? Louder. Louder and louder. That's the first touch point. When the need arises. Right? That is the first touch point because after that need, they are going to give me my house loan at work at the end of this month. And I think I'm going to buy a house. Because I have mentioned a house, my interaction with all the real estate companies has started. The next point is now I want to take a decision. Where and who do I want to patronize? So once I take that decision, or once, the moment where I'm still trying to contemplate that, okay, this is what I want to do. Is your company available to offer that need, to offer that service? Are you visible anywhere, online, offline? That's the second phase. The third phase is when I now pick up a call and call. Hi, my name is Adeyinka. You work at GTEx, Michael. Can you give me a run through your products, your services? That is where your work starts from. And remember, the moment I'm calling you, I'm calling him, I'm calling him, I'm calling her from different organizations. And at the end of the day, I'm still going to now decide who do I want to patronize, right? And when it comes to real estate and customer service, customer experience, just like I said, it's not a one-off thing. It's not something that ends. Remember, I said the journey starts when the need arises. The second question is, does the journey end? Does the journey end? Eh? If the person has bought the land, what else? The person is not buying again. Refer somebody else. So the journey actually does not end. It's a continuous process. And that is why, again, for you as a salesperson, for you as a customer care representative, your relationship has to be a continuous thing. Again, remember, it is consistent, not occasional. It is proactive, not reactive. It is personal, not generic. It exceeds expectation, not just meets them. Now, when it comes to being generic, because we are into the real estate world, right? We can't treat everybody the same. Some people are going to come into your company and they are going to buy one of, they pay for the product, they pay for all the ancillary fees and everything. But some people will walk up to you and say, see as I be, I want to be paying small. Do you have the small package? And the moment they say, they're like, I never chop people. You're already giving them attitude. Right? So your interaction or your engagement with clients has to be based on one-on-one, not something that is generic. Today you might decide that, let me use IKEA as an example. I closed a deal of, let's say, 500 million today. And if by tomorrow somebody walks in and says, please, I'm looking for a land to buy, like maybe that's 2 million, 3 million, at Ekpe. And IKEA was like, duh, what's that? You don't know who that person knows. that can buy a product of 1 billion. The way you have interacted with the person that bought 500 million would definitely be different from the way you interact with that person that want to buy land of 2 million. What are you going to do? You're going to come down from your high horse and speak the language that the person understand. That's why I say it's not something that is generic, is a personal base, right? Let's now look at the real estate client's journey, right? Your journey with any customer or any client starts from inquiry. Are we together? So I want someone to give me a typical example, like IK. When you get a client and they are doing inquiry, give me a synopsis of how it goes. From inquiry, what happens after that? What happens after that?
Okay, good morning. So, okay,
Sorry, let me ask. So those online, are they watching me live on video or they are just hearing me? Can they hear me? Am I audible?
Wait, look to me, can you hear us? First, to me, can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Your mic is muted. No, it's just a muted. It should be able to, but don't worry, let us speak. Speak again, can you hear us? Speak again, can you hear us? Speak again, can you hear us?
we can hear you.
Um, the next set of questions will be coming to you, Rotimi. Please go ahead.
Okay, so the client is making inquiry, right? So for a client that called me, first I will introduce myself
Okay.
and I will listen to the client. What exactly does the client?
Sorry, the new sales intern, I want you to hear, right?
So first,
Please start again.
so first, the client called the office. I will introduce myself formally and also listen to what the client wants. So when he or she now explains what he wants, I will now respond. Now, sometimes what they want might not be what we have. I will now start giving options. Perhaps he wants to change his mind to what we have. Now, if he's asking for example a land of 2 million naira,
Okay.
we don't say particular a land of 2 million naira.
Okay.
I can give him an option of a land of 5 million and deposit that 2 million naira to spread until maybe 3 or 6 months to make up.
Thank you very much. Now, the point is this. There are two keywords that I want you to take note of. When a client calls in for inquiry, the client has called on the company. But if you look at it technically, the client called GText and somebody picks. The person that picks is not this office. A human being has picked, right? You must put in a face and a name to that company. So many times when I call a company and they tell me things like, hello, good morning, welcome to GText Homes, I'll be waiting for you to introduce yourself so that I can say I called GText Homes, so person picked the call. You then become the identity of GText Homes for that period. Are we together? So the first thing IK said, that when the client calls, he introduces himself. That is the beginning of relationship management. You can't have a relationship with someone that you do not even know them by name, right? Then after introducing himself, did you hear the next thing he said he would do? He would listen. So many times, a lot of brands make those mistakes. When you call into the company and they say, oh, this GText Homes, we're into property, we do this, we do this, we do this. For the next three minutes, they are telling you about what you do, what they do. Mind you, they did not call you. You called them for a reason, and they're not even giving you the room to explain why you called them. That is why the very first thing to do as a customer representative is you listen to what the client wants. The client might be making an inquiry. The client might actually be a prospective client. The client might be an existing client that wants a problem solved. Are we together? But let's look at the sequence when it comes to the real estate journey. The very first thing is the inquiry. Let's assume the person now calls in and say, oh, they want to buy a house. After inquiry, the next thing is what? Viewing,
Inspection.
inspection. How do you then run your inspection? Let me ask you now. Now I want specifics, right? Some of you have done inspection before, right? How do you run your inspection? Let's assume a client has called you. They've said, okay, I'm coming by 10 a.m. How do you run that inspection?
Okay, so for we, the time we run inspection, we will inform the client to give us a minimum of 24 hours
Okay.
for us to prepare. There's an inspection team and the details and associate are more into inspection. So we'll now inform the details and associates to now book the person, okay, the next 24 hours. So that period we'll use it to make arrangement for logistics, so we all that. So there's no instant inspection.
Okay.
We always tell them give us 24 hours.
So when they now come for inspection, what happens?
So when they come for inspection, we take them to site and start. In fact,
Okay, so I want us to share live experiences and vivid experience, right? Now I am the client. We agreed 9 o'clock, and I got outside. I got to this premises by 9, and the car was already outside. You are also already outside. What would you do? Just give me a typical example.
for example, yesterday we went for inspection.
Okay.
So we told the client 2 p.m. We were already, I am Mr. Shola, we were already there 12:30
You already were.
at the location.
Okay.
12:30. So he arrived at the sheriff. He arrived, we went to pick him and we went to the spot. So on our way to the spot, we were explaining every landmark, all the things that we used to say. Oh, this is Channels Television, we told you. This is Mukano, that we told you. He was affirming to that. So we followed the inspection from the point we picked him down to the estate. We were explaining every point at the end of the day. You know,
Okay. Now, if I want to deliver a 5-star customer experience, there are few things that have been left out that I'm going to include. And I will give typical example. Number one, if the venue of the meeting is like a place like this, like the office, and the car is outside, the client came outside, it won't be from the client's car jump into the bus. That's not how to make a client feel at home. Take for example, I came from Ojudubega this morning, right? I left my house 6 o'clock and I got here a few minutes to 10. Imagine if I was a client. I don't want to jump into another vehicle and straight to site. I want to catch my breath, right? So I'm going to tell the client, Madam, good morning, oh, well done. How was your journey? Hope there was no traffic. These are our road. Would you mind coming, take cold water, rest a bit before we go? Out of every 10 clients, 8 will opt for, let me catch my breath. While the customer walks in and sits down, you are engaging the client. How was your trip this morning? Man, where did you come from? Ojodu is far. But I can assure you, you're taking the right step. I like the fact that you actually want to inspect where you want to put in your money. Because in this Lagos, you have to really, really be careful so that you don't fall into fraudsters. The moment you start that conversation, you know what you are doing? You are building confidence. You are letting that client know that you're not a fraudster. You are letting that client know that there's a product that you are selling. That's why you are confident enough to tell that client to come and do inspection. You are making that client feel at home. After giving that client water, this and this, in 10 minutes, Mark, can we go now? You walk the client straight to the car. You see that small period is the period where you build that relationship. Is a period where you let that client know that it's not all about us. It's not all about the money we want to get from you. We are also concerned about you, that you have come all the way to come and see what we have here. Then on the way, you start your marketing or whatever. Let me also correct an impression. So many times when I see realtors do inspection, it's not only about telling the client, look at this landmark, look at this landmark, look at this landmark, look at this landmark. You prepare before your inspection. The beauty about inspection when it comes to real estate is displaying before and after. Right? Before and after. That man, you see this road? 5 years ago, look at it on my phone. But look at what we are having now. This company that is here, they came in here like 3 or 4 years ago. Before, it was just waterlogged. You are letting the client know that you are an authority in that field. And you're also telling the client that if 5 years ago, this is what we had in this place, do that projection for the next 5 years. Imagine what we are going to be having. So you are not only taking a client on an inspection, you are educating a client on that journey. Right? And okay, when you now get to site, what happens?
When we got to site, we started complaining.
Okay.
Yes, practical because it's rainy season.
Okay.
It's sharing very well.
Okay.
That's water. But we have to pack our jeep and use bike because so Mr. Shala was already telling me that this time is not the best time for
Inspection. Yes.
So I told him that the client insisted.
Okay.
He needs to come for. So he was complaining water. So we started encouraging that it's just because of rainy season. He said this is the best time
To inspect.
So at that point, I don't know what else to say. So we entered the site. We went to do allocation. The surveyor was there. We all went there. I was begging that he saw us. So at the time, he had that passion. It is that he didn't enter. He was afar. These guys could be jumping at the peg. He was like, okay, we'll go and speak to him. So that was
Thank you very much. So let me also add to that, right? I'm happy Shola is here. The truth is this, that when it comes to real estate, you prepare the mind of your client ahead of the time, right? Lagos itself is a water city. In fact, I am saying that they should change the name from Lagos State to Water State, right? So when you get to site, before you get to site, let your client know. Either it's a dry ground, it's swampy, or it's waterlogged. The client that will buy. Let me also tell you something. Even when there is water on the ground, Shola is a technical person. You must be able to differentiate surface water. You must have before the rain. A lot of places were flooded. In fact, are still flooded in Lagos. That does not mean that is how those places are. Are we together? So the process of viewing and inspection is where you sell everything sellable to the client. We advise clients all the time that if you want to buy a product or a land or a property in Lagos, go during rainy season so that you can know. It doesn't mean they are not still buying. People are buying Eco Atlantic, right? They must see why they are buying. You must now sell the benefit of that place using all those side attractions while you are selling, right? And after viewing, the next thing is what? Negotiation. How much is it? What's the payment plan? Can you give me discount? So when a client comes to you and say he wants discount, what do you do? What do you say? What do you do? What do you say? The people in the house. Ineka, what's your name? Martha. We used to have a Martha before, right? Tell me.
When the client asks for discount, we ask the reason he or she is asking for discount.
The reason?
Yes. So I want to know, you're asking for discount, then we have category of our land, we sell our clothes, and we sell our
Eka, okay?
even for a salesperson, I can literally use that acre because if you are buying acre, you are getting more discount. So I can use that to attract the clients to buy more because you are buying more and you are getting at a discounted price too. So if it's still in the same line with the discount offer for one
Okay,
acre,
but if the
then
person
we
is
can
not buying
do it.
acre, the person want to buy one plot.
One plot. Then I will let the person know that the reason we are selling this is what we put in place, the value of the property, because we sell service plot of land.
Okay. Attention, everybody. In the world of marketing and in the world of sales, right? Every customer wants to feel he or she has the edge. When a customer comes in, and the customer says, I want discount, don't ask the client or the customer why the person wants discount. There's a reason we have the word discount in the dictionary. Are we together? Again, even if there is no discount, don't tell the client on the spot that there is no discount. Give that client the impression that you are going to talk to your superior to get a little discount. Let that client know that you are not just bluffing him or her off at that moment. Let that client know that you want to try to satisfy this customer. So what do? Sir or ma, we really do not give discount for one plot because it's small. We give discount for 6 plots. But let me see what I can do. Maybe there can be an exception. We never can tell. So please hold on. Inside your mind, say discount no deal. We know they give discount for 1 plot. But you want that client to feel, oh, I tried, right? Put yourself in that client's shoes. When I go to the market, there's nothing I don't price. Oh, guess what? Games, before they left Nigeria, when I buy things like games, I negotiate. You guys think because it is price tag, you can't negotiate. I price, right? Especially when you are buying the last product. The law states that when you are buying the last product on the shelf, there is 10% discount, but not all of you know that. So once I'm buying the last one, yes, games, I shall go to there. Once you are buying the last one that is on display, I'll just say, Bakari, my 10%. And they say, okay, let me talk to the line manager to come and give us the code. That's standard. So even when you go to the market and you want to buy meat, and the meat seller says, guy, it's 5,000. And normally you will bargain. And the man says, no, you can't bargain. Will you stay? You walk to the next place. But if you bargain. Let me tell you what my mother told us growing up, how we were trained. My mom tells us that when you go to the market to buy something and you are negotiating, you must negotiate till the point that the seller will abuse you. Yes. The moment that seller abuses you, that is when you have gotten to his or her capital. That is the base point. After that abuse, you not say, hey, you will not come up a bit. That a bit is the profit that you are putting on it. Are we together? So back to what I and Martha were discussing. When you now tell the client that, we might not be able to do discount on 1 plot, but let me talk to our MD. Either he's on call or whatever. You already know that even if you call Dr. Stephen Akitaye, you don't go even pick up. After that, you come back to say, Mr. Michael, I tried. But, like I said, our policy does not allow us to, give discounts for 1 plot. Do you want to consider buying like 6 plots? But I tried. So I would advise that you go ahead with this. Maybe subsequent times we might give discounts. The client will know that you have tried. You have a question.
Yes. My question is that can we literally tell the client to send an email
Yes.
so that other people, because if we say, hello, Mr. This, I tried, how does he want to sign the complaint and we really reach out to the person?
It's possible. You can tell the client to send an official email stating that, oh, we want client this and this and this. And the client will now get another official response stating that we only give discount on 6 plots and above. But let that client be able to express his or herself that give me discounts. You never can tell. Dr. Stephen might just call all of you now and say, all of you that have one plot that you want to sell, give 50% discounts. Is it doable?
No, man.
Should we call him that he should give us discounts?
No.
Are we together? So that is the process of negotiation. When you scale through that negotiation, the next thing is what? Closing. And what exactly is closing? How do you close a sale? From your own layman experience, remind me your name again, Daniel. From your own layman experience, how do you close a sale?
How I close the sale is after the negotiation, if everything goes through, the next is payment. Even if the customer does not initiate, I'm going to give the person the account number.
Okay.
Then I'll follow up on the payment.
Okay, thank you very much. The closing is actually payment. So I'm going to let IK tell us the process of that closing because it doesn't end with payment alone. What's the process of closing a deal?
Okay, so for me,
closing the deal is put an urgency in it. You might say, oh, I can pay tomorrow. But once you put an urgency that the offer ends today, you will do everything to pay today. So for me, the process is put an urgency. Then second, follow up with an ultimatum.
Okay, now, because this is a training, I want specifics. I want you to have a vivid understanding of how it works. You're going to tell me after account number what happens.
So after account number, I'll be after account number, I expect the payment receipt.
Yes.
Now,
We all know what a payment receipt is. Proof of payment, right?
proof of payment from the client. So for me, when the client send proof of payment, I send a short message to him or her
Thank you.
congratulating him.
You see, that's the point I'm waiting for, right? Most times what people do, most times what people do is I send a payment proof. Now, the truth is, what happens most times, if I'm a client and I send you the proof of payment, most salesperson, most customer care person, they just forward that proof of payment to the account and they will be waiting for confirmation. They leave the man hanging, trying to decipher if they've gotten the payment or they've not gotten the payment. But if you listen to what IK said, he said he would do a short message to the client, letting the client know that I have received your proof of payment. Not that I have received the money, because you even confirm the money. He doesn't know if the money has entered, right? At every point in time, you must engage with the client or the customer. So when the client sends you a proof of payment, you acknowledge that proof of payment that, oh, received. However, I'm going to send it to the account department. Once it's confirmed, I'll reach back to you, sir or ma. After that, you send it to the account department. Account department might take 5, 10, 15 minutes, depending on the time of the day. Once that payment has been confirmed, what should happen next? You should go back to the client and say, sir, your payment has been confirmed, it's been received. Documentation is in process. Within 24, we do 24 or 48 hours for documentation. 24, within 24 hours, you're going to get the e-copy, right, of your documentation, so that the client will know that you guys are working. That is the process of closing. So then you send the document. After you send the document, what should happen? What next?
So when she issued the receipt, she handled receipts. That's the company receipt. When she issued the receipt, sent via mail to the client. So I had to go back to the client's WhatsApp that the company have sent you. That's after the whole transaction. I have to go back to his WhatsApp message that the company have sent your receipt.
Okay.
Have you received it? He said yes. Thank you. So at that point, I felt relaxed. So I didn't go back to him. At least that particular transaction, we have closed it. He has received his document from the company, and me as a salesperson, I have confirmed with him via WhatsApp. So at that point,
Okay, thank you very much. You see, when I was actively a realtor, right, I was once a bestseller for Landway. I was once a bestseller for Amen Estate. I was once a bestseller for Amity, for several companies. And some things actually stand me out, right? And let me tell you personally, as a salesperson, I like to distinguish myself even from the company I work with. And let me tell you how. The example that we have made, he got something right, but I'll just give him 3/10, right? Which is, we're still talking about closing, right, Daniel? After payment, the company sends the documentation and everything. When I asked Martha that what is the next thing, Martha said is going to ask for feedback. I'm not going to do feedback. After that, let me tell you what I do, what I have done in the past. After like a day or two, I send an official message from my company's email that, dear Mr. Isaac, congratulations for being the latest landlord. And I appreciate you for buying this product through me. 3 years ago, this product was selling for X amount. Today, it's selling for this amount. We can then safely project that in the next 3 years, it will be selling for X amount. Mr. Isaac, let me be the first to congratulate you ahead of that time. As we continue through this journey, I will be your relationship manager. When you have any issues at all, as regards sales, whatever you have purchased from us, or anything regarding real estate, advisory, or whatever, I'm your go-to person. And I will be all available to be at your beck and call at any time. From time to time, I'll be sending you periodic updates on your property and how the company is doing as regards development. Once again, thank you for trusting in the brand, and thank you for buying this product through me. Because the truth is, may we talk through, that product when they buy through you, you know chop commission. You know chop commission.
Yes.
You chop commission now. Won't you thank the person who give you the money? Absolutely. You appreciate your client. Now, let me tell you, if that client had several salespersons before that has not done that, and you did that, the person will be like, what's going on here? This person is a top-notch person. No? If the person now want to finish himself, the person will now call and say, IK, I saw your message. Sir, thank you very much, sir. Sir, I can take referrals. Oh. Remember, I didn't put referrals in the write-up, so that it's not as if that's why I'm sending the message. But if the person now want to call me, that's when I'll say, sir, I can also do referrals.
Yes, not to affect this. I have a client like that. She subscribed to this estate.
Okay.
So doctor taught us on how to appreciate
Client.
people by word of mouth, by gift.
Absolutely.
So I bought the now going to bring it to their office. I bought rice. I bought bag of rice, cannot almost 200 plus.
Yes.
So mommy's office. So they received it. She's not in Nigeria, they are in the US,
Okay.
but they called someone to receive it. So after then, sometimes normally the customer care service people do call existing clients. She will call me from US. I think that somebody in the company reached out that there is one offer. You didn't tell me. I said, oh, it's our market. I don't know this. They should stop calling me. What do you now have? She will now come back to me. So whatever message they are giving, she will come back to me. What do you now have? I was like, I have not. So I've had 2 or 3 clients who have come back to me. I've almost forgotten them on my list.
Yes.
But just because of that gift.
Yes.
Yes. Once the company reach out to them, they will come back to me and say that we need this.
And that's because you've built a relationship. You built a rapport with them. Are we together? Now, when it comes after closing, they will now have after sales. You see that after sales? So many people ask me, Mr. Deyinka, how will I be doing after sales? After sales is very easy, very proactive, and it's something that makes the client also very happy. And let me give you a typical example. When a client buys a property in a location, you've sent all the documentation, you now built a rapport. Anytime there is a news in that location, maybe, government came to commission so. For all of those news, the property will appreciate. Let the client hear it from you first. That, sir, guess what is happening at Bejuleki now? Dangote Jetty has kicked off. You know what that means to your property? Let that client hear it first from you. Let them know all the time that they've made the right decision. After sale is something that has to be, continuous. Getting across to them, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday, sir. Sir, I saw something on your status this morning. It's your daughter's birthday. What's her name? Our warm regards to her. Happy birthday to her. She's 10 years old. Oh, wow. This. Sir, this is your daughter that is 10 years old. We are doing kiddies investment in case you want to give it a try. Build a relationship with your client. Aside from the relationship that the company is building with clients, you also build personal relationships. Remember, you are the one between the company and the client. And let me give you one analysis. Who pays your salary?
The clients.
Who pays your salary? Do we all agree? You see, you people later score 10 over 10. The client pays our salaries. So if we are not giving them that satisfaction, how are we going to get paid? I'm not saying customers are not hard. They are. But as a salesperson, it's also important you know that there are 4 types of customers. I might have discussed with some of you that have attended my training before. There are 4 types, 4 different categories of customers. Guess what? The first set of customers are the customers that don't know, but they want to know. They are eager for knowledge. They are yearning for information. They don't know, but they want to know, right? The second categories of customers are the ones that know, but they don't want to know. They already know. They don't care about what you know or what you want to tell them. They believe they know everything already. The vibe they give you will be different from the vibes of the others. The third category are the ones that know, but they want to know what you know. If you meet those people, example in the real estate industry, if you meet estate managers, quantity surveyors or land surveyors, property lawyers, they know a lot and they want to know what you know. So as a salesperson or as a customer care person, when you are talking to this set of people, you better know what you are doing. You better have the right knowledge of what you are saying. You better have the right proof to back up anything that you are telling them because they know more than you. Right? The last set of category of customers are the ones that don't know and they don't want to know. Which one do you think will be very easy for you to convince of the 4 categories of customers? Number 2. What's category number 2?
Customer that know and want to know. Customer that knows. Sorry, the number 1.
The number 1. What's the number 1? They don't know, but they want to know.
Yes.
They are very eager. Those ones will not stress you. But those other ones, they come with their... Do you understand? So as a salesperson, all you just need to know is identify your customer, identify the office you are entering into, do your background check, and be fully prepared. And when it comes to identifying who your customer is, I say it all the time. As a salesperson, you must be able to identify time wasters so that you don't waste your time. Time is valuable. Time is one thing that you cannot get back once you have lost it. So identify time wasters in your journey of sales. Are we together? Again, please go on.
Experience, and I've never gotten an answer to this. I have
It is-
never spoken to any client that said, I will get back to you, or I want to speak with my lawyer and get back to you. That deal is off.
That's it.
The moment he said, I will speak to you, let me talk to my lawyer and get back to you, I have never closed.
You see, you know why I keep coming back to Ike? Because he's old in the industry. Let me see the people I want to give eyeball to eyeball. The new intern salespeople, where are you guys? Please stand up. Come. Just come. Come. And I'm going to willingly drop my phone numbers for all of you. You see that thing that Ike said? You are going to hear it. You are going to be tired of it. Do you understand? You will hear it and you will be tired of it. But let me tell you how you can solve the problem even before it poses itself. Right? It happens all the time. Okay, God bless you for that thing. You see, when you are convincing the client and you are saying this one, that one, for me, I'm always the first to say, sir, You can also come in with your lawyer and let's see. But sir, you need to know the kind of lawyer, because we've had so many instances where lawyers will tell the client not to buy from the particular estate because they have their own product that they want to sell, and more often than not, those products are not actually genuine. So I would also advise that your lawyer liaise with our lawyer so that they can cross-check documentations and see how genuine it is. I would also advise that I'm going to give you the coordinate. You can go to allow sir to want to check. But sir, I would advise that you walk in straight to the office of the Surveyor General to do your confirmation. Because most times when you ask all those boys around, they will tell you the land is not genuine just because they want to sell one to you. I can show you several articles where all those people at Alausa, they sell something that is wrong, and at the end of the day, so please, sir, if you want to do your due diligence, do it with people that has pedigree. What have you done? Because you see that thing that IK said, when they say truth to power, that is it. Once they talk to a lawyer, they never come back. So I will already tell you that before you tell me you will bring your lawyer, I will be the one to say, bring your lawyer. Let your lawyer cross-check notes with our own lawyers. So the thing is this. I might, for the person that sent me the, Isaac, you were the one that sent me the topics for the sales challenge. There was something I was expecting to see. I might tweak it, how to handle rejection, right? More often than not, when you are talking to clients, you have a lot of rejections, but it's not a big deal, right? You are talking to somebody and you are about to close that deal, and all of a sudden the person is not getting back to you again. It's not a big deal. It's not a problem. Do you understand? For every client you are talking to, have two mind. You know what a two mind is? Tell me. You see that yes or no that he said is a regular standard response. But for go-getters like me, it's not a yes or no. Is that a yes now or yes later? Are we together? Is that a yes now or yes later? If you're not giving me yes now, it's because you don't have the money now. The Lord help you when you have the money. I'll be ringing in your head. So the no is not in the equation. So when you talk to a client now and the client didn't get back to you, don't lose hope. Keep talking to the client. When the client will finally have, it will be you. Are we together? Please have your seat. So now to those online, I want to connect with those online. I need to see them. I can see Victory or Starboy, the person here online. You are I need to see the people online. So first, let me talk to Rotimi. From what we have said so far, I want Rotimi to introduce himself, his role in particular, and what can he say his take home is from what we have said so far, from what he has heard us discuss so far. What is his take home?
We spoke about different levels of sales, inquiry, viewing, inspection. We spoke about negotiation. That is when you're talking about the pricing, the land. You want to buy the land. I spoke about closing. So in the closing area, I spoke about when the clients have already paid, you send the client the proof of payment, right? So after that, you also send the clients a message greeting him and telling him about how fortunate he is buying the land, and telling him about the previous
state of the area. Thank you very much, Rotimi. Thank you very much.
The land two years ago is 10,000.
Thank you very much. Major update. So what that means, still talking about after sales, even if there are no major updates, don't let the client feel, I hope this number is still active. Let me still be calling the active. Give periodic communication. Are we together? Again, avoid over promising on price timeliness or outcomes to close faster. No client want to be deceived. Say it the way it is. Manage expectations, right? Then, how do you handle objections with confidence? Because I'm sure a lot of us have handled that before. We've gotten a lot of rejections. When it comes to real estate investment, purchase or whatever, there will be a lot of rejections. How do you handle it? Right? Move to the next slide. How do you handle it? Now, for most of the rejections that you have gotten, there will be several reasons. Some will tell you the price is too high, the location doesn't work for us, the timeline keeps slipping, I need to think about it. How many, if you are here and you have heard the price is too high, a show of hand? So all of us have heard the price is too high. What about the location doesn't work for us? Again, what about the timeline keeps slipping? You are not hearing that. So what about I need to think about it? Okay. So let me say a few things before we talk about what your response framework should be. Few years ago, like it might be up to 10 years ago, I did an article that you guys might still find online. Because then Ibejuleki was still new, and everybody just keeps saying it's too far, it's too far, it's too far. You will keep hearing that phrase. Like this morning, I came from Ojodu, right? Is this place far from Ojodu? Yes, right? Is this place far from Dangote Jetty? No. Now, between Ojodu and Dangote Jetty, which is more, as in which do you think people will reckon with the most? Dangote Jetty. So the question is, what is your reference point? If you say it's far from where? Your bedroom, your workplace, or where? Where is it far from? Are we together? So again, if we say this place is far, is it far from Dangote Refinery? It's not far from Dangote Refinery. So when a client comes to you and tells you things like, it is far, what should your response be? Talk about the important things. 10 years ago, let me say 15 years ago, when I talk about this area being far, I used to tell people, you are the one saying it's far. Your bosses, your employers, they know that it's not going to be far in the future because the reference point will keep shifting. On my way coming here this morning, I saw UBA, I saw FCMB, I saw Access, I saw First Bank. But trust me, 10 years ago, they were not here. Why are they here now? Because this is now the big thing. This is now the next main thing. So how have you taken position before that next big thing? So when a customer tells you that, oh, that location is far, the truth is, it's possible that it is far from where that client is coming from. You cannot discredit that. But what you can also uphold and affirm is that the reference point that should matter, which is probably the commercial hub, the convergence of all these big industries, where your location is not far from that place. That will be your selling point. So if the client reference point is that, oh, this place is far, it's far from your house, the next question should now be, what is happening in your house? Where is the big main thing? Who knows your house? Who know you? Oh, you are saying my house is far. The location is far in from Ikorodu. What is happening in Ikorodu? Is Ikorodu trending? Oh, it is far from Songo. What is happening in Songo? It is far from Yanopaja. Yes, but what is Yanopaja? Is that the new Lagos? Is that the next big thing? That is why at every point in time, you must know your unique selling points. So when the client tells you, oh, it's far, Your response should not be, oh, it's not far, because the truth is, it is far. But the question is, far from where? Your bedroom or your kitchen? If Dangote could realize that the next big thing is to come and put billions of dollars investment in Ibejuleki, then Ibejuleki should be the reference point. If the whole world, the whole Africa is turning their gaze to Ibejuleki, then Ibejuleki should be the next main thing. So if you now want to say anywhere is far, the reference point has moved from the Lagos we used to know, which is the VI, the Ikoyi, the Ikeja, and the likes, to Ibejuleki. Does that make sense? But if you now feel, you know, that place is far, you've already you've outsold yourself, because you also don't believe in the dream. Right? In 10 years to come, imagine how this place would be. So when you are talking to a client, it should be, buy it now when you can still afford it. Buy it now when the price is reasonable. Buy it now when they are selling it per plot. When you go to the likes of Ikoyi now, you can never see anybody selling anything per plot. They sell per square meter. Nobody will sell per square meter in Ekpe now, because, you know, Ekpe is still upcoming. But if you want to do a projection of 10, 15, 20 years, Ibejuleki and Ekpe, you'll be hearing per square meter. You'll be hearing thousands of dollars per square meter. So the question is, by that time, will you be able to afford it as a client? Now that we are presenting this opportunity to you, this is the right time to key into it. Right? So when clients are telling you that the price is too high, the location doesn't work for us, the timelines keep slipping, I need to think about it. What should your response be? Right? Acknowledge the concern without getting defensive. The place is far, the place is far. If I left my house 6 a.m. today and I got here 4, I got here 10, that's 4 hours. I can't get here and you discredit it that it's not far. I will ask you, are you normal? It's far. But understand where I was coming from and say, see, maybe you said you will soon move to this side, because the question is this. I did a training for Pazino company, Pazino real estate company, right? You guys can Google it. A few years ago. And somebody there wanted me to go and, just a salesperson like you, wanted me to follow her to a bank. I won't mention the name of the bank, to go and, you know, market them. And when I got there, the same story. Their office was at VI. Ooh. Somebody was telling me that anywhere over Aja, after Aja, I'm not buying this and that. Their opinions were valid. The excuses were valid. But I let them talk. Because they kept telling me that that place was far, that place was far. And at the end of the day, I just told them, there's just a little difference between a rich man and a poor man. You know what that difference is? How they reason, how they think. A rich man is ready to invest in the future, but a poor man is ready to eat the future now. Somebody say power. Right? Somebody say power. A rich man is ready to invest into the future, but a poor man is ready to eat that future now. That is the difference. So I just told them, I said, while you are thinking that Ibejuleki or after Aja is far, guess what? The investors in this bank, the people that decide how this bank runs, they already envisage where the future will be, and they are investing in that future. And when that time comes, all they need to tell you or give you is an envelope or letter of transfer. They don't owe you why they have now built a branch over there. They don't owe you why you will be transferred over there. All they will give you as an employee is a letter, and the Lord help you. It's either you go or you leave. That is when you now start thinking about how to rent a house around that area, how to buy a land around that area. You start calling friends and families. Please, I want to Scotch with you. This is and that. So while your owners, your MDs are thinking about the next big thing, You are saying, no, VI is okay. It's far from my place of work. The person saying Ibeduleki is far from his place of work comes from Ikorodu to VI. You people should leave my Ikena alone. I was together. Ikena, I say Ikorodu. Don't mind them. The person that is complaining that Ibeduleki is far, because he or she comes to work in VI and is seeing the VI life, forgetting that it's inside Ikorodu that is coming from. So when I was coming today and I saw all the banks, I just did like this. They are all taking position. And you know the irony? Most of the workers in those banks, they brought them from far. That's the truth. So imagine if they transfer somebody from far and the person already has a house in Gardenia. Nobody to wake up by 6:30, watch news, sports. We'll see what happened for Real Madrid last night. Once it's 7:30, you start driving to work. Right? So acknowledge their concerns without getting defensive. Ask a clarifying question to understand the real issue. For me, there's something I say all the time as a salesperson when you're talking to a client. Be quick to ask two things. Number one, what's your budget? Number two, the purpose of investment. The purpose will help you decide. If the purpose is for future investment, you know the kind of products or services that you are offering. If the purpose is immediate development, you know the kind of services that you are going to render or the kind of product that you are going to present. But you need to understand. And when I say that as a salesperson, you must be quick to identify time wasters. A lot of people say, oh, Adinka, it's not good to always ask for budget. Ask for budget. Asking for budget helps me know how to narrow down your options. If your budget is 15 million, you can't tell me that you need a house in Ikoyi for 15 million. But if you tell me your budget is like 500 million, 1 billion, I'm looking in those areas. So it helps me to save my time and save your time as well. It also helps me to let you know that, oh, with this range of budget, these are your options. With this range of budget, these are the options that are available. Right? But I will not discredit them. Remember, as a salesperson, every couple counts. And for every client that talks to you, ensure that you get your money from the pocket of that client. Are we together? Again, you must reframe with facts, options, or a comparable example. When a client asks you for something, for a product or a particular amount, just like IK said, if the list of the product you are selling is 50 million, or let's say, what's the list of the amount of property you are selling, Daniel? What's the list? 5 million. What's the name of the product? Stand up. Tell me.
Asta White House, PJ, and Sapphire City.
Tell me about Sapphire City.
The Sapphire City estate is located in Babalada region, and it's 400 square meter in size. It has some landmarks, which among them is National Nigerian Immigration Service, National Missionary Seminary, School of the Gifted. It has Skyline.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to know what you know. Thank you very much. So basically, if the cheapest of the property you are selling is 5 million, and a client comes and say, oh, what I have is 2 million, 3 million, or 4 million. If you're a good salesperson, don't discard that person. I know what we sell is 5 million. Help that person see reasons to why he or she should scale up a bit. You can use several examples. This one that you're having 3 million. The list we have is 5 million. If you are looking at a property of 3 million, the place will be inside a bit. The documentation might not be correct. It might not be, complete or the right documentation. But what I would suggest is, since it's 3 million you have or 4 million, If you can pay that, I can also talk to my management to spread the remaining 1 million for you. I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity. Are we together? Again, as we were talking, it's also important to use what is trending to be on the spotlight. Are we together? Let me give you a typical example. You said Asa White, or what did you call it now? Asta White is a Gwagwa Lada, Abi? Which one is say it again? Gwagwa Lada. Okay, so this song, I enter from Abuja, go Gwagwa Lada. You know the song, Abi? Have you done any song with that product? You have. So who is your content person? Who came up with that idea? Let me give that person.
Miss Esther, our legal, and Miss Olabisi.
They are good and they sold. Absolutely. They sold a lot, Abi, and media. Yes, thank you, media. That's the thing. You must use what is raining to catch people's attention. Just jump on it. There's something we call trend spotting. Anything that is going on that is, trending, jump on it, use it to your advantage. Are we together? The last one here, when it comes to handling objections with confidence, is agreeing on a clear next step together. Anything you are saying, say it with your full chest. What will you do?
I would suggest the person goes for flexible.
The person said he doesn't want to hold. The person's budget is 4 million. Come and stand beside me, my brother. Next person.
Let me try.
Come. Stand beside me.
I don't know, but I want to give this reply based on a lady I'm also chatting with that had this similar issue.
What will you do?
Yeah. In that sense, I was talking to somebody. I was like, is there a way they could pay? Because there's also an offer that they can get it lesser. Yeah. I told her to speak to, because she said she wants to speak to her colleague, which I was okay, fine. Because I think if you're getting up to 6 plots, you get each plot for 3.5 million naira. And she said she just have that 3.5 million naira. That's the much she can go for that plot.
Okay.
So I was like, I reached out to someone. I was like, is there a point where they can pay them? Probably she can get
other people.
Yeah,
That's an option.
That particular plot. Yeah, that was just.
So if the person now, I like that. But if the person now says, well, or if you didn't get up to 6 people, what will happen next?
I don't know.
Sit down. Yes, you don't stand up. Sit down. You try small. Who else? Shola want to say something. I don't want him to say it. Who else? I don't want Shola and Ike to talk. Who else? Daniel, tell me.
For me, let me use a local business sense. Like if somebody comes to your shop, you don't have what you can find those who have within that range.
You will take the money to another. Is there other people that will pay your salary?
You will not take the money. Assuming,
I'm listening.
Assuming you already have a relationship with those people. Of course, they are not selling. It's not that amount that they will be selling. So you're actually going to do the business like you tell them.
To get something from it.
Yes.
You used to come and join them.
Sorry, I want to say something, man.
Somebody is raising their hand on like, oh yeah, let me hear.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, I want to say, okay, fine. Okay, let me finish.
Who is that same Jessica that I know?
Yeah.
No, I don't want Jessica to talk. I don't want Jessica. I know what Jessica wants to say. Jessica, you are seeing my face, right? Where can I turn this camera? Jessica, I know what you want to say, but don't say it yet. Do you understand? Don't say what you want to say. Hold this thing.
Okay.
Please try.
Okay.
Oh no. You wanted to talk.
I have things I want to say.
Okay.
I will still go over what he said, but first let me explain. Because this week I had a customer, or last week I had a customer that wanted to purchase a property, but he said one in Casina. So when we had our meeting last week, I spoke to Mr. Isaac.
Okay.
I don't know where he is. So he told me that okay, I won't have to because we don't have a property in Casina. So I don't to the person that we don't have a property in Casina, but I told him about the other location where we have. Man said no, that's no. So when I told Mr. Isaac, I would have not let the man just go like that. So what he said, I still go with him. At least GTEX can also
Joshua,
get...
come.
No, mommy, man, let me finish now. I still have to say. Wait, GTEX can also go and look for a property. I can
Come.
No, you can come.
Who else?
No,
If that client pays that money to acquire that land, and we'll give you an option of when they get someone, probably a commission use.
You will still join me here. You better sit down there. Shola, what do you want to say? Shola?
Oh, is it should we collect the money first from the customer?
Shola, what do you want to say?
Oh, pay money first. Yeah.
One house.
Frankly speaking, but what we actually are what we normally do. Abi?
What will you do? Or what will you do?
Okay, now say look, some people resort to what I see maybe lobbying. Let me and I will explain. Like going to the now hierarchy now. And I want to like alpha.
That's part of it. but there's something you need to. Okay. Jessica, I'm calling for you. Wait, Martha, say something.
Okay. So I will come from the aspect that we need funds in the company.
One.
And I will ask, even though that I'm part of the management team, we need funds in the company. Are you ready to make the payment in less than 24 hours before even sending the mail?
Okay.
So Mr. Ike, okay. So then once they approve, then I send the account details and make the payment instantly.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. So exactly what she said. So the first thing at that point, you want to be sure that the person has the cash at hand. Not that I'll go and get express approval and now say I want to go to the bank. Are you ready to pay now? After about 5 minutes, I'll just go reason with my colleague, come back, I'll collect the money and we'll move on.
Jessica, one house. Jessica, tell me, what would you have done in this scenario?
Okay, so the person wants to buy just one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if the person is buying an acre, is getting a much lesser
The person is buying one plot.
discount. Yes. So I can ask the person if you have more persons that want to buy, you will get it at a more discounted price, which will fit your budget.
Somebody has said that.
You went to get the 6 people. Okay, somebody has said that.
Yes. Okay. So the company is resolute. Is that 5 million or nothing? There's only one thing that you guys can do, and it lies with the salesperson.
So what is it now?
So what should we do now?
Because
Should we just collect the money? Should we just collect the money and we go now? Go take sort ourselves later.
Again, let me tell you something. As a realtor, I do it all the time. Let me ask you a question. If you sell a land of 5 million in GText, how much is your commission? %, 1 million. That's 500%. That's 500,000. Now let me tell you something, and I'm being honest. And I'm also going to drop my number. When a company says you want to sell for 5 million, and the client says he's ready to buy for 4 million, there's already, 1 million naira difference. Instead of going to lobby the company that has said, I'm not doing less than 5 million, and you don't want the company to go, you don't want the sales, the 4 million to go, the only sensible thing to do at that point is to send a mail to your team lead or the CEO. Sir, this is 4 million in the bag that I have secured. I wouldn't want this amount to go. From my X% commission, I am ready to forfeit 50% of that, my commission. I'm pleading with the company also to shift their ground because I don't want to lose this customer. There's nobody that would try that it won't work for. It has worked for thousands of realtors in the past. And we can try it. You can cut even after put him on speaker. I've forfeited close to 2-3 million naira on a deal because I don't want that customer to go. Because the truth is this, you as a salesperson, you are pleading with the company to concede to the client. Are you ready or willing to concede from your commission to the client as well? It must be a two-way thing. So at that point, the company is saying that, oh, you are ready. Are we together? You also want to be invested into the company, that I am ready to forfeit a bit of my commission because I don't want this client to go away to our competitors with this money. Are we together? So at that point, if that scenario poses itself and your MD or Steve Lakata says no, tell them Mr. Adenka said she will call him. Because the goal for every marketer is you do what? You secure the bag. Anywhere the bag is, you secure it. Secure the money. If a client tells you that I'm ready to pay 4 million, and because of 1 million somewhere, my brother and my sister, do anything to get that money. Let me also give you a little bit to that. That also happened to me before at Landway. Then when they were selling this property at the back of Monastery Road, I can't remember the name now. At the back of Monastery Road. Different places, yes. Then it was like, if you sell 5, all expense paid trip to Zanzibar. Right? They were selling the property for 5 million. The commission then was 20%. That is 1 million for me. I had sold 4 plots. I was left with 1 plot to cover. Then I saw a client that said he was going to pay 4 million. The company was not ready to move. The client was not ready to move up to 5 million. 2 things were at stake. I needed that 1 plot to crown that my 5 to be able to be eligible to that for that move. But again, this man was saying 4 million. Company was saying 5 million. I want to meet Wale Ayilara that, boss, this is my predicament. Help me. Say, Mr. Adenka, you'll be chopping commission. I am not moving an inch. What did I do? I said, Mr. Wale, take my entire commission. Because I didn't want to miss out on that one. So the client bought for 4 million and I made that trip. All expense paid trip. We came back. But guess what? The client came back afterwards and said he needed to buy two more plots. At that point, the property was no longer 5 million, it was 7 million. Then he was asking for this. I said, Oga, I will not be able to give you discount. This is it. Then I was not pressed. I don't go Zanzibar. I don't come back. But guess what? He bought the 2 plots for 14 million. And I got my 2.8 million naira. That's on 1 plot, 5.6 million naira commission. So as a salesperson, you must know when to yield. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I see a lot of people going to meet their MD. Hey, Oga, please, so give us concession. You too, from your commission, give concession.
I think I want to share a scenario.
Please tell me.
Kind of similar.
How many of you have given up from your commission before? Okay, so let him start.
It's actually practical and realistic because there was one of the interns we had at a point.
Okay.
She was trying to close a deal, but it was getting a bit stuck, so I had to come in. When I spoke with the prospect, he said he needs to speak with his realtor.
Okay.
So before he can make any decision, after the call, like a 30 minutes conversation, I told the lady, the intern then, if you want to close this deal, the only way forward is to make friends with that realtor.
Okay.
So try to see how as much as possible you can get the contact of that realtor and work closely,
With that
collaborate
person,
with
because
that
that person becomes a decider.
Yes, even if you have to share the commission, your commission with the person 50-50.
Thank you.
That was what she did and she closed the deal. I
That's
think it
it.
was about 6 plots.
That's it. You see, when it comes, I will take a question. When it comes to real estate, it's a teamwork. Don't budget with the commission even before you close the deal, because you people will be if I go and tell Mr. Shola now, you will be telling me that you want to share with me. Is it not better he shares with you than when there is no commission at all, right? Please go ahead.
So, this question is, so it
Is this how she's gentle?
Yeah.
She's gentle. Okay.
I have plenty testifiers. All
Please
right,
go
so
on.
my question is this. So a client bought a property and they paid half of the amount.
Okay.
They bought an acre. So they wanted to pay for developmental fees,
Mm-hmm.
and the developmental fees is about 12.5 million naira. And then, after requesting for discount on the developmental fees, we gave them 20% discount. But now they want to request for more discount, right? Like 45% discount. And it's not like we can't do that. So what's your advice, ma?
Okay, so personally and from experience, I've been in this real estate industry now, maybe for 15, 16 years, right? It's not advisable when companies give discount on developmental levy. Dangote doesn't give discount on cement. Neither does any what do they call this thing, building materials company give discount on.
How about if it's a deal breaker?
I'm going there. I'm going there. I'm going there. You have given 20% discount already on developmental fee, which for me is an overkill, right? If somebody comes to you now, Olamilesi, and say, "Oh, I want discount of 10%," to me, I'll say, Grandma, what we actually do is we give discount of 15%, of 5%, but that's where my own level can give. But my GM might be able to give 10. I now don't know if our MD will be able to give 15. But for our MD to give 15, maybe if you have bought 6 plots or 10 plots or 20 plots. But for me, I can give you 5. But I will talk to my MD, to my GM to see if he can give us 10. I will have that conversation today. By tomorrow, the client will get across to me and I'll be like, Ma, I'm looking for the best way, the best move to poach my MD for that thing. I know they look for any way. I'm just trying to create that gap. After like 2 or 3 days, I go back to the client to say, Ma, I've discussed with my GM as per your discount request. He said I should give him between 24 to 48 hours to see if it's something that he can fly. The reason is because we only give discount on land, for development. In fact, that development is not as if you run it. It's a third-party company that runs all the development, the infrastructure in the estate and everything. The same thing with documentation. It's a legal firm that does it. So it's not something that we have direct control over. I'll tell the person that. The person will still be asking, how far after? I would deliberately delay it for like 1 week. I'll now say, hello, ma, good news. Good news. My GM just messaged me now. They've approved your 15%, 10% interest. The way I had prolonged it, do you think that client will say, Oga, I bet now 15, I bet 20%, now yeah, I want? Is very, very rare. However, you will be excited. However, some clients will now say, well, I was actually thinking of 15 or 20. Madam, you know that this one was the GM that gave me. Before I can get anything over this, it has to go through the MD, and part of the criteria is 6 plots and above. But at the end of the day, I also don't want my company to lose. And I also don't want to create the impression that here, discount is anyhow you can get it. Come and take. So when the client already got 20% discount and is coming back for 45%, it means he got that 20% too easy. That is the reason. Are we together? Then, a whole lot of us get I will think about it, right? Yes. You now then need to ask yourself, what is the next point? How do you follow up? What is the process of following up? The truth about it is this. Remember, I had mentioned something earlier. For you to discuss with any client, always ask them their preferred channel of communication. That is key. He's a gentleman, our client, so that we can all start marketing our product to him. Okay, but we can also market him as well that way. Sir, we are selling land, right? We also sell houses anywhere in Lagos. Should we bring the form? Not yet. You're welcome, sir. So at the end of the day, when you are talking to a new client, you must first establish the preferred channel of communication. If it's someone that does not like calls like me, the moment you are calling me, I'm already on the edge because I do a whole lot on my phone. And most times I tell a lot of salespeople, when you're calling a client, don't always let it be about you. Sometimes let it be about the customer. You know, if you have people like multi-choice, I always use them for my example because I've dragged them multiple times. Multi-choice will call you and tell you, hello, we just want to tell you that your decoder has expired. The one in my house will be the one in your parlor. The decoder is in my house. I know that it has expired. The last subscription that I did you call me to thank me for the patronage? No. Most customers, or let me say most brands, all they are interested is when they call you, they just want to tell you about their product, about how you patronize them. Either you have patronized them before, it's none of their business. So as a salesperson or as a marketer, sometimes let it be about the customer. Let them feel that connection. I said it before, that relationship is more than just one-off. You might have heard this phrase before, right? If I go to meet Daniel and I say, Daniel, meet Michael, my friend, is into real estate. And I say, Daniel, meet Michael, he's into real estate. Is there a difference between the two statements? Daniel, meet my friend, Michael, is into real estate. Daniel, meet Michael, is into real estate. Is there a difference? What's the difference? No, Daniel is my friend too.
My friend there is telling Daniel that this is my person, you can deal with him.
Thank you. He built a second level of trust, of confidence. You also believe in this phrase that my friend's friend is my friend. It means if I am telling Daniel that Daniel, meet my friend, is into real estate, by extension, Daniel is also Michael's friend. And Daniel can trust Michael because Adeyinka said, this is my friend. So the question here today is this: how many of your customers or how many of your clients can say you are their friend? How many can you say, this is my friend? As salespeople, you must know when to build brand loyalty and brand advocacy. What's the difference between a customer, a loyal customer, and a brand advocate? What's different between the three? Tell me. A customer, a loyal customer, and a brand advocate. What's the difference?
So, for me, I think a customer is on the first level of transaction.
Yes.
A loyal customer.
First, we have identified the difference between the customer and the client, right?
A loyal customer is someone who is now loyal to the brand. An advocate is someone who now takes the step further to speak good about the brand to other persons.
God bless you. And I agree with that 100%. But the question is this. Let me ask all of you here. How many brand are you advocating for? It's very difficult, right? You know why? Because an average Lagos business do no longer care.
Watch out for part 2.